So with Blake, I'm trying to make sure that he's a good planner.
Hey yo! As you might know, Stacey and I are planning on getting married in the next few weeks. We've kind of brought it all forward, and I was speaking to Steve and Sherry yesterday. Steve made a very interesting point. He's like, Sherry, did Blake ever ask for our blessing? Oh shit. Nope. So I organized a call him, and that's basically what this one is going to be. It'll probably be a little bit of a long one, just a heads up. I'm confident it's going to be a yes. But, I mean, look, anything can happen these days. So I just wanted to call, ask for his blessing, do the respectful thing, and yeah, I'm a little bit nervous. I'm not going to lie. It probably doesn't look like it right now, but yeah. He says no. It's going to be awkward. Anyway. Alright, cut to the phone call. Okay, so hasn't picked up. I don't know why I'm even nervous, but I am. Oh, shouldn't read that. Hey, Steve.
There you are.
How are ya? I mean, I was just... Oh, hey, Sherry. Jesus, the whole family affair. How's Florida?
That's really cool. Australia to Florida to West Virginia.
It's a lot, huh? Hey guys, sorry, this is me editing it. I realized I didn't include that. I did ask Steve to film this. If you can tell, in the bottom right hand corner here, yep, right there, he's looking at the camera the whole time. I was trying to do this cool thing where the YouTubers seem to do it all the time. They have the screen like this, they flip it, and they're looking at me while you're looking at them, and blah, blah, blah. I didn't realize until after I'm editing this, and for an entire half an hour, he was just staring at a camera. Anyway, back to me asking for the blessing. Yeah, I mean, it's funny, weirdly enough, I'm very nervous, even though I'll confidently say I'm 99.9% sure it'll be a yes, but I still want to give you guys the courtesy and respect. Yeah, obviously Stacey's a massive part of my life. And, do I have the okay and the blessing from both of you?
What's your intentions?
I love this. I mean, intentions would be first to marry her. Obviously. There's just something, I think Stacey's relayed this to you, Sherry. There's something with our relationship. It's very grounding. And I don't know, I don't flinch when I see a future. Like, at all. There's no flinching. High level of respect, communication, and I just genuinely feel like we're on the same track. Yeah, so in terms of like intentions, I mean, everything that's sort of expected in a relationship. I want her to grow is my main goal. Like, her to grow with her own personal endeavors, goals. Yeah, and that's what I've noticed, particularly in the last 6 months. My main goal for her is happiness and fulfillment. And that's motivating me more as a potential husband.
I see. You know, the way that it's going for you guys saving money and the way you've worked with Stacey help her to be able to create a budget and stay on track is very impressive.
Thank you.
I haven't met very many people that get along as well as you guys do.
Yeah.
You guys are very unique in the way that you get along so well. And your patience is amazing, Blake. I commented on that with Sherry.
Oh, thank you.
But this is really important. What assurance do I have that you guys will be in the United States?
I never like saying 100% to anything because anything can change. I mean, Stacey said she would never date someone in another country. And obviously that's been a big change. I am all for moving to the United States, as we've discussed, but I wanted to make sure that it's a smart move rather than a emotional leap. And her and I have discussed that a lot. I'm even surprised, to be honest. I'm very surprised that she decided to stay here. And yeah, it's not a decision that we had that was a light one, and in terms of, we're working together with you and Sherry to try and build something over there so that the transition is smoother. But in terms of guarantee, I can't guarantee, and I've said this to my mum as well, I can't guarantee we're going to live here. Because it always comes down to what's best for the both of us and what's best for predominantly the future of the family.
Yeah. Do you think that there's any chance if Stace knew that she wasn't going to move back to the United States that she would marry you in Australia?
I do.
You do?
Yeah, because and again, I'm not saying that there is no chance of us moving back to America because, again, if the opportunity arises, I'd love to. I've had America in my sights since I was a kid. But I think as well, based on what she says to me, one, my goal is always her happiness. Even if that means me telling her something uncomfortable for the time being, like not letting her buy $400 US worth of leggings. But now she's happy that she has all the money.
Right.
So yeah, it'll always come down to, I think it's because the relationship's very honest and she knows that, like, kind of her goals and what she wants in life do come first, just above what I want. And it's like, and at the moment, obviously the thing that is keeping her here is the ability with yoga, and that we can potentially grow it for her and give her a bit more fulfillment in that area. So I do believe that it'd be a harder decision, of course, but I do believe it. Because even her staying here for the immediate future, it's a hard decision for her. And as I said, she was the one that actually came to me, because I've never pushed us staying here. I've never pushed it on her because I understand that she likes to be around her family geographically closer, and that makes total sense. But when she actually came up to me a couple of weeks ago, doing the math of yoga and the fulfillment and seeing that smile, not only that she's doing it after a class, she's also blown away at I'm doing what I love and I'm making X amount of dollars. She goes, it's crazy to me. So, and that's what I see that's what gives me joy.
Yeah, that's important. I agree that she seems happy with that. If I could give you any advice, I would say stay the course with the plan to work your way here.
Yeah.
I think that I got a feeling it may be changing a bit. But if I could give you any advice, that Stace would have a rough time being away from her mom.
Yeah.
Long term. And it might complicate the relationship, so I'd always be aware of that as you come up with new ideas.
Yeah.
Ideas, I would go with only short-term ideas to generate enough money to accomplish what the original task was.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, like I said, like our goal is long. Like nothing is short term. That's one thing that's changed. Like I mean, we're already talking about the plan of obviously, you know, when kids are involved, that'll make a big difference. And we're already like again, like a business, planning all the potential outcomes and seeing again what is going to happen and how we can foresee it, like all those possible outcomes. Because like I said, like we are very aware, especially with this relationship, that anything can happen. Did I think I was going to go to Bali and meet someone from America and then go through all this, like, you know, with visas and everything? No. Did she? No. Did I even think that she'd come to the conclusion that she wanted to stay here? Neither of us thought that. So it's I think the thing that also always gets me kind of into trouble is I never make promises, because I do believe anything can happen. You know, like in 5 months, all of a sudden it could be the smart move to America, but that could also not happen for a couple of years. So it's like anything can happen. And I think that's also why our relationship works, because we don't get stuck in fairy tale as well, even though it looks like that probably on social media. We discuss everything with a very grounding part to it. Like Stacey made some ladies in West Virginia uncomfortable when she's like, I don't need to be with him, but I want to be. And they were like, oh, but there's gonna be hard times. And she goes, yeah, we know. But I think there's more power in the fact we want to be together than we need to be together. So I hope that all makes sense.
So it's complicated because if you had the opportunity to have your daughter on the other side of Earth for a relationship, and you weren't sure that she was going to be here, that's one thought. My bigger concern is trying to make sure that you truly, down deep, know that hey Sherry, listen to this part. Make sure that you're honest with Blake. Do you see any chance that Stace, after the honeymoon stage of a relationship, would ever be anywhere too far from you?
I would think that whenever children came around, she would want to go around.
So with Blake, I'm trying to make sure that he's a good planner, right? And if Blake knows what his goal is, and only he would have some idea, I was trying to make sure he had a good feel for it. Right now, during this stage of a relationship, either person would say and honestly, truthfully mean it, and do whatever they had to do to be together. And then over that time frame of the honeymoon stage, that will dissipate, even though there's deep love, but it changes. And it wouldn't just be for us, it would be for you guys, that it's very important to plan, because Stace will have a rough time being away from Sherry, and then it'll reveal itself in your guys' relationship eventually.
Yeah, and we're prepared for all that as well. Yeah, all those things we've covered as well. And with that, yeah, all that stuff's been covered with Stacey and I in conversations in the past, and you know it'll still be in the future as well. Because I mean I understand the whole wanting to be around, especially when kids are involved, around like immediate family makes it a lot easier. And again, that's the stuff that we have to plan as it's going along, and to be smart with it. But it also depends again on, I mean, Stacey's also, it's her decision too. And that's the thing that's important as well. I want to make sure that it's her decision, not that she's feeling like she's being coerced into a decision.
Oh yeah, well you know you can't do that with Stace, no matter who you are. Would you agree?
Yes.
If it's not Stace's best interest, it's probably not going to happen.
Yeah.
But so when I was thinking about our conversation this evening, I thought, what's my concerns? So that was one, but I still don't have any assurance at all. But I also understand what you're saying.
Yeah.
And I didn't expect it. I didn't expect any clarification. I was mostly thinking that I was going to try to give you 1 second. There we go. Are you there, Blake?
Yeah, still here.
Yeah, I was mostly trying to give you some information and wisdom there that if you go with longer term plans and business ideas in Australia, and then they get so involved that it's difficult to leave,
Yeah.
you'll be very frustrated, and Stace won't stay.
Yeah, no, and we understand that. And I mean, obviously some things that Stacey and I have discussed is in terms of duration of family visiting, if we were in different states, would it be a different amount of time that you actually hang out versus here? And this is just hypothetical if we were to stay here. Because I know I've seen you guys at least she's seen you 6 or 7 weeks, and I've seen you 3 or 4. And that's quality time as well. And this is just me playing devil's advocate with the other situation that you would not like. Would that be different to if you were, say, in a couple of states away?
Yeah, I think it. I hear what you're saying there. The actual factual time, I can't express to you what it's like to know that you can't help your kid in an emergency or a situation. There's nothing I could do. That is a very, very unusual, hopeless feeling when your child is on the other side of Earth.
Yeah.
And in the United States, there's hardly anywhere we couldn't be, especially if it was in a reasonable area from this section of the United States. There's nowhere we couldn't be in just a short period of time.
Yeah.
But Australia, that's not even a possibility.
Yeah. Would you say would that then mean putting a bit more trust into me and our immediate network for at least that intermediate time, if something were, heaven forbid, to go wrong?
I have to. It's just that, even with your capabilities, and you seem very capable, there's things that even if you could do them better than me, it is tough. Really tough to think about that with as a parent.
Yeah.
You know, till you experience it, I don't know if you could put yourself in that situation.
Until I have kids, I wouldn't be able to fully understand it.
Yeah. Okay, so that's one thing I wanted to elaborate on.
Yeah.
And the other thing that's even bigger than that by far is, you know, when we were raising the kids, of course, the number one thing for us has always been religion.
Yeah.
And, you know, when I seen Stace in my mind marrying someone, you know, I wish that she was marrying a Christian.
Yeah.
And that's so, as much as I like you, and you know, there's always, I believe you're going to be a special person, but I'm just trying to tell you that as you record this and then you have a child, and maybe it'll be a daughter, and you may have the beliefs that I have by then. I'm trying to express to you that as a father, that's probably the most important thing of all the things to consider with your child getting married.
Yeah. Yeah, and I understand that entirely. Like, it's such a integral part of your life, and I respect that. Is it more like you're wanting me to convert to Christianity, or what is it? Like, what's the?
No, I wouldn't. Nope, I wouldn't ask you to do that. That's not even the way that it works. I was only trying to give you an honest feeling of my, I probably wouldn't share this normally, to this level, but I'm trying to describe now the feelings so that as you go along, you'll be open-minded.
Yeah.
So that's one thought.
Yeah.
That you'll just be open-minded.
Yeah.
Number two, I would say, I'm once again trying to give you some advice because, well, the way the relationship is now will change.
100%.
And as that changes, the things that are on the core of the person that makes that person up, which in Stacey's case, you may or may not realize that spiritual part of Stacey, whether it shows up right now really firmly, I would engage that by what's on the inside of her. So as you evaluate that, I would make sure that you keep in mind that that is her faith.
Yeah.
And I'll bet it comes around after this stage of this relationship. And so this way, if you remember this conversation, hopefully you'll be open-minded and ready for that next stage.
Yep. Yeah. Humans are always evolving and changing.
Yeah, because it's in her. It's it may not be revealed that much now, but I think you would want to be ready for it.
Yeah. Yeah, we have discussed that as well in terms of children and what their belief systems are. Like, we've touched on all that as well in conversations, like, even 6 months ago.
Gotcha. So it's a difficult situation because I've often said if you were in the United States and it wasn't the other side of Earth, it would have been very easy.
Yeah.
It would only be the religion.
My parents say the exact same thing.
Because whenever we came back from our first trip, and the individuals, our friends and family, asked about what I thought of you. I mean, I like you. You seem like a good person.
Yeah.
And I think that you've got a lot to offer, Stace. other people.
Kim told me that you said
Again.
you wished you didn't like me so much, and I was like, oh, thank you.
Yeah, that's accurate.
Yeah.
It was, and well, you do have a lot of patience. I'll say that. So, hope you realize my position.
I do.
I will give you my blessings because I will give you my blessings.
Whew. For a minute there, I thought he was going to say no.
Thank you.
Seems to love you dearly, and so I hope we can work through all the other things.
Yeah, and that's also why I don't get confrontational with you guys, because I know that everything is it's from a loving, caring point of view. So that's why I never get, with our differences, which, that's the beauty of humanity, I respect them. Yeah.
That's nice of you. Okay.
Awesome.
Well, that's awesome. I appreciate you asking for my blessings, and I appreciate you, Blake, and I really care about you.
Thanks, Steve. And I appreciate the honesty and always being upfront from both you and Sherry.
Okay.
Awesome. All right, thanks, guys. Enjoy Florida, Sherry.
Okay.
Pardon? Oh, thank you.
He said, enjoy Florida, Sherry.
I certainly will.
All right.
All right, I'll speak to you guys
See you
soon.
later.
All right, bye.
Okay, bye.
All right, so I just ended up coming back here because Stacey was hiding in the room. She knew I was calling him. Steve.
Did you have his coloring the whole time?
I did. Don't judge me on the coloring.
Oh,
Baby, more
Blake.
pressing issues. Okay, they could see my nostrils. Sorry about that, guys. Yeah, so that was how it ended up going. Hello. I hear what he's saying, and it makes sense. Like, it comes from a loving, caring place. We'll make it work. We'll figure it out. But yeah, if anyone of you guys were watching that and wondering, like, why is Blake not saying who's going to move over there, I think you might have gotten it from what we were saying. I'm just a big believer in, I don't like making promises of something that will happen a couple of years down the line, or a couple of months even, unless I am 100% gunning for it. And we are still figuring it out, you know? You right, baby?
Yeah.
So, yeah, like I never want to give people false hopes or anything, and because that's not fair. But like 2 months ago, I didn't expect this one to even say she wanted to stay here, so I was already like,
Me
all right.
either.
I know, that's the weird thing.
I wanted to hate Australia. There's so much money here.
I know, but it's
funny
it's
when-
money in what she loves, and that's the
Yeah,
difference.
but even if it was like working in a bar, there's so much money.
Yeah,
to be
but
made
if,
here.
for you,
Not for
if,
me.
if you were making more money in a bar, I would say no. That's
yeah,
not okay.
I know that, but I'm just saying in general. People say that America's the blessed country. I'm not so sure.
Yeah.
I think Australia might be.
I mean, it is an amazing country, but it's like, that's the thing, like, and for people who think like, oh, this has been my plan the whole long, it hasn't, because since I've been a kid, like, and my parents, my whole family testament, I have just been so blindly focused on moving to America, so blindly focused since I was probably 14, 15, and I used to joke all the time, I'm going to find an American wife and marry her to get my visa. Joke's on me, I found an American wife to be, and I'm not in a rush. I want us to do this. I want us to do this smart.
Yeah.
You know, like if America is the smart option, because I think as well, I used to just jump to, because we see so much on TV about America that it is portrayed as the only way to get ahead in life, because there is so much fame, fortune over there, but we want to make sure it's smart. You know.
Yeah. I can grow a yoga following here, get into festivals here where it's not nearly as competitive, because a lot of American teachers won't fly 24 hours to teach over here, even 16 hours, because most of them are in LA. And so even if I can use a few years to get ahead here and then bring that to America and online, you know, that's a lot more logical than just picking up to go make $20 a class.
Yeah. So like anyone who thinks that it is, like, weirdly enough, this is more her idea than mine.
I know.
Big
I didn't
money
see that coming, to be honest. But yeah, I'm glad Sherry and Steve have given the blessing.
Or did you get it?
I did at the end.
That's
at the end, I'm like, crap. Is this gonna happen, or is he just gonna be like, you know what? Actually, no. I was halfway through that. I'm like,
what would you even do?
Even in my brain, as ridiculous as I'm like, is he gonna like give me ultimatums? Like, if you don't move to America, I'm gonna.
I wondered that for a second.
I was just like, is this where it's going? But no, your dad, he's respectful, so I like that. And he did mention twice the fact that I've helped you save money. Did you hear that?
It's a big deal. No, I didn't hear it, but all I heard was that you're patient because he spoke up.
I want so many people to actually hear that. I'm gonna clip that because some people think I don't.
What, that you're not patient?
Yeah. In times.
I mean, you have moments, but
if I stub my toe, I'm not gonna be patient. I'll punch the
overall-
thing back, like that couch. I'll punch it back.
Overall, you're a very patient person. You and I are both very patient. People say that that's one of my best traits is how patient I am.
Unless you want to buy some leggings.
Oh yeah, not with purchasing things.
No.
Not patient at all. I know what I want, I'm gonna get it.
But yeah, so anyway, I know this has been a hugely long video, guys, and if you watch this to the end, please comment below because we love you.
Actually, comment below if you're still watching. What would be your main concern if you were my parents? Or Blake's parents.
Or, you know what, even if you don't have concerns, what do you love about this relationship? I want an ego rub right now.
That's true.
You know?
Why would you give him your blessing?
But yeah, so that's it, guys. Love you all. Subscribe, do the things, and make sure to like that video because it helps us a massive amount. Anyway. Am I keeping you on?
That was stressful.
Yeah, probably.
Not that. Listen, knowing that you were in there for so long. I thought it'd be a 5-minute conversation.
So did I. I didn't expect a half an hour one, but just good. Again, communication. The lesson in this is communication will help everything. Anyway.
And now we're off to
marriage meeting?
to set up our marriage. They have to make sure that they believe that we're lawfully able to marry each other, and then
they won't go through our videos. That's the annoying thing. They won't go through our videos.
Yeah.
True, but the visa guys won't go through our videos to see if we're legitimate. They want photos and joint bank accounts. Who gets a joint bank account out when you're not married? Who does that?
Yeah, it's very weird. We did the other day, but...
But even that felt weird. I'm like, why? You have enough... Anyway. Alright, till next time, guys. Bye!
Bye!